Thank you for watching this presentation on Mastering the Substitution Rules for the Designated Player and Flex Player designed for IHSA Softball. This presentation focuses on three aspects of leveraging the DP Flex rule in IHSA Softball. First topic will be why use the DP Flex. Second topic, who are the designated player and the flex player. And the third topic is making legal lineup changes with the DP Flex. The original intent of the National Federation when it instituted the DP Flex rule was to provide coaches the flexibility within their lineup to create more opportunities for student athletes to participate. The DP Flex rule allows for 8 players to play both offense and defense, and then for there to be 2 players who will be specialists, one of them playing only offense and the other one playing just defense. As mentioned, our DP is our offensive specialist, and as such will be listed in one of the 9 batting positions in the top of the lineup card. As long as she's participating in the game, she will always be playing on offense. The DP is not listed as one of the 9 defensive players, however, could be substituted later into the game after the lineup cards have been accepted at the pregame conference. The flex is our defensive specialist, and as such, she will be listed in the 10th spot on the lineup card with her defensive position labeled. As long as she's participating in the game, she will always be playing on defense. If you choose to have her participate on offense, she can only be moved into the batting position designated as the DP. Coaches in Federation Softball have 2 lineup choices. There is the 9-player lineup, all 9 players playing offense and defense, and the 10-player lineup that leverages the DP Flex. Here you can see number 1, Chelsea DeSalvatore, listed as the DP, and number 33, Caitlin Duran, listed as the Flex, playing position 1 pitcher. Player number 1 will be the offensive specialist, and number 33, the defensive specialist. Even with a 10-player lineup, we still only have 9 offensive players and 9 defensive players listed on the lineup. Next, we will get into some of the approaches coaches use when setting up a lineup using the DP Flex. The DP Flex can provide an advantage to a coach who has a particular offensive strategy, let's say slap and run versus power hitting. The coach will identify 9 players that best fit that offensive strategy and place them in the first 9 spots in the batting order. The flex is then added to the 10th spot in the batting order. She will play defense for one of those 9 offensive players that may not be as strong. Likewise, a coach may want to deploy a particular defensive strategy. The coach would identify the 9 defensive players that fit his strategy, looking for one offensive player that provides an upgrade in a certain position. He would put those 9 offensive players in the batting order, and in the 10th spot he would place the defensive or flex player that he is choosing to bat for. The last approach is one where a coach can match up skills of 2 players on the team. An example could be a quality hitter with a speedy base runner, or linking a pitcher who does not hit with her offensive counterpart. Now we will look at some of the basic lineup moves involving the DP Flex. So let's look at some examples. Like all starters on our lineup card, number 1 can be substituted for number 48 will now come in and play the DP position. Subsequently, number 1 can be re-entered back into her original spot in the lineup. Similarly, a substitute can be brought in for our flex. Here, 48 now is substituting for 33. And again, 33 may come back into the game and use her 1 re-entry. Now we will show 3 examples of some of the more advanced substitutions that involve the DP and the flex. In our first example, the coach is wanting to bring in the flex to play on offense. The flex player can only be added to the batting order in the DP position that was identified at the beginning of the game. With player number 1 having left the game, we have now dropped from 10 to 9 players, all playing offense and all playing defense. Number 1 can subsequently use her 1 re-entry to return to her designated player position. Here, 33 has never left the game, but returns to her original position as the flex. With the re-entry of player number 1, we have now expanded the lineup from 9 to 10 players. The first 9 playing offense, and 8 of those 9 players playing defense along with the flex. Subsequently, number 33 can be re-entered in the designated player position, position 1, since she has never left the game. Player number 1 is no longer eligible for the remainder of this game. Next, a substitute can be brought in to play the designated player position. 33 has not left the game, but only returning to her original position as the flex. Moving the flex into and out of the DP position can continue as long as the coach has eligible subs to play the DP position when the flex is not. The next example is the one where the coach chooses to have the DP play defense for the flex. Here, number 1, Chelsea DeSalvatore, has been moved into the pitching position. Subsequently, 33 has left the game since she is no longer playing defense. In this scenario, we have now dropped from 10 players back to 9, with all 9 players playing offense and defense. At this point, number 33 can use her 1 re-entry to come back to her original position in the lineup, position 10 flex. Number 1, who has not left the game, will return to her original position as the DP. The coach can again choose later in the game to bring in the DP to play defense for the flex. In this scenario, number 33 has left the game a second time and is no longer eligible for this game. The lineup has again collapsed from 10 players to 9, with number 1 playing both offense and defense. A coach can choose to bring in a substitute to reinitiate the flex position. In this case, number 1 has not left the game but goes back to her original DP position, and 48 will play the flex defensive position. A coach can continue to collapse the lineup from 10 players to 9 by having the DP play defense for the flex and then reinitiate the flex position as long as there are eligible substitutes available. The third lineup change involves playing the DP and flex both on defense. This lineup change is permitted due to the rule that says any 9 players may play defense at any one time as long as one of them is the flex. In this scenario, our designated player will play shortstop for number 7, Courtney Osterman. Notice how there has not been a change in the batting lineup as Courtney will still bat in the 5 spot in the batting order. On defense, we can see the 9 designated defensive players. Number 1 will continue to play the designated DP position along with playing shortstop. Number 33 will continue to play the flex position and pitch. The only change here is that number 7 will be on offense only. Historically, some have mistakenly called number 7 the new DP. That would be incorrect. The DP position still remains position 1 and is continued to be linked with the flex. Number 7 remains in her position playing offense only. Here is that example. Number 33, the flex, will enter the game for the DP to hit, position 1. At this point, in order to have 9 players playing both offense and defense, number 7 must be entered into a defensive position. In closing, here are a few key points to remember. Both a 9-player lineup and a 10-player lineup still only have 9 offensive players designated and 9 defensive players designated, with all starters and substitutes still permitted their 1 re-entry back into the same spot in the batting order. If the flex player is moved into the batting order, then she can only be brought into the original DP position as designated during the pregame conference. If the DP is replaced by the flex in the batting order, she has now left the game. The DP also can sub into one of the 9 defensive positions, but if the flex player is not playing defense, she likewise has left the game and is eligible for 1 re-entry. Thank you for watching this training video presented by the IHSA on DP Flex Rule. For further questions, please reach out to an IHSA clinician near you.